Hi all and welcome back. Nick Morel of Nick Morel Abstracts here. I'm going to show you another tutorial tonight, and this is a 39 times 11 canvas. We're going to do a 3-cup pour, and we're going to use cardamom reds and golds in a 3-cup pour. All with cells. I'm going to try and get lots of cells in this one to show you guys. And we're going to have reds on the outsides with golds in the middle. We've marked it in the middle to try and get a 3-cup pour in 3/3. So basically pour this 2 first. I've marked it here roughly about 32 and a half. So roughly we're going to try and put the reds in that area, the reds with cells in that area. Pour these 2 first, as you've seen in the other demonstrations, and add this one in last. And then we're going to incorporate some veins, heavier veins, gold and red veins, so it bleeds through. And we've done a smaller one with this. I'm just going to try and show you the finished one of this. Again, we're going to try and create something on the themes of this on a larger, longer one with the golds and metallic golds and the reds with the veins. So we're going to try and go on that accents of that pour. As you can see, this one's all glossed up and finished. So that's the theming. Again, this one is for a customer, so as I thought he wanted this size with these effects, I thought I'd just show you. Obviously we're all taped underneath again, always tape underneath, and the canvas is lovely and level. Always important to get it level. So we're mixed up, so we've got the reds, so the cardamom reds. Although I won't stir it too much because the oil's already added. Got a smaller one, again mixed with the smaller cups. We use this to get the veins in at the end, so have a smaller quantity ready poured, makes it easier. The whites again are already mixed, and again you've probably seen the consistency now. Again, it's runny honey, a thick yogurt on a 50-50 mix to liquid, pour and medium. Again, I'll just show you guys in case you haven't seen it. The liquid pour and medium is what we use. Say the best I've used, and that's a 50-50 mix. Okay, we've got the golds. Again, with golds we're using, we've got the 352, the PBO range. It's just the best metallic golds that I've found out there. And that's a PBO, and that's the 352, and this one's the iridescent gold, and that's quite a nice gold. I use that lots. And the heavier gold is the 350, and that's the rich iridescent gold. Again, we don't use too much of this, it can be overpowering. So more of the 352 to the 350. This just can be quite overpowering, so this one in smaller quantities. And again, we're mixed up now with the 352 on a 50-50 basis with oil. And again, we've just got some littler ones there of the 350, 352 in littler cups, and we're going to use them to get the veins in towards the end. So again, we're going to pour 3 cups. Just put this out of the way, keep it nice and tidy. And now we're going to mix some whites. So let's mix the ends too first. And again, we want quite a heavy, so probably a 50-50 mix with reds. Probably a 60-40 actually. And the reds, say I've literally just stirred this once now, never stir too much. We're going to try and it creates better cells, better movement, so just a little stir. I may pour this one, and I may try and stretch the cells out, so I may try and torch this a little bit before I start pouring around. Sometimes it creates better cells. So here we go, so we're going to drop the red again from a height. I'm just trying to get it through the middle, and again in this one, again from a height. fine. So about a half a cup of a 500 mils, so about 250 mils, which should be enough. So we're only going to try and cover, say, this much, and this much of the reds, and the rest is going to be gold, which you're going to add in. So that should be more than enough paint. I will mix this one now, but I'm not going to pour that one now. So again, the white, the gold, which has already been stirred once. Okay, so quite a lot of gold in this one. That's fine. And with the rich gold, I'm just going to add just a tiny bit of that, just down the edge. Again, it's quite overpowering, but you will see that. This one we're going to leave. So put this one aside. Tidy up. Okay, so just going to pour these two first. So over you go. And again, just get them quite central. We're going to try and walk this paint into this area. It doesn't have to be accurate, but just try and, I've marked the marks here, just to give us a guideline of roughly where I want to be. So once I open that up, I'm just going to give it a quick torch to try and get some nice big cells and big movement in this one. It's what the customer has wanted. They've wanted cells. Sometimes we've done ones, we've done the blue and gold the other day, but they wanted a more natural, smoother finish here with cells during the middle. This client loves the cells and wants cells in the whole thing. So we've put oil in everything, obviously not in the white, just in the colours. So let that go. And this one, again. So I'm just going to torch that. Just to try and promote some bigger cells. As you can see, they're coming already. Just creating cells by doing this before you start walking the paint around. So you create cells now, and as you walk it around, it just stretches the cells. So I don't know if you can see that, the cells coming through there. So we're just going to try and walk this round now. So to the corners there. It's fine. And then the opposite way, opposite corner. So again, I don't know if you can see that. It's fine. Now we'll come down and try and coming down to the marks. I'm sorry if you can't see that, it's just such a big awkward canvas. And we're going to try and come and get this corner, the right hand corner first. As you can see, some massive cells in this one, and that was just created by the torch before we poured. Okay, try and get that corner. I'm conscious of my marks. And that's got that corner. Now we will try and come this way. And just try and move that over to this corner. So it's quite a thick mix, this one. So just give it a bit of time. That will move. Coming all the time. But with these thick mixes, just give it time to start running. Again, give it a tilt. It's coming down to the marks nicely. Again, just coming to this other side now, the left hand side. Just going to move that slightly. Just try and run this down. I'm back on the marks now. I'm just going to try and run that down a bit. It's coming down nicely. Okay. So you can see that's come down quite nicely. Just an air bubble there. And again, just going to try and run this over these corners while I've got some spare. Again, with the stick paint, just give it time to run. That's fine. I'll get the rest of the corners there in the, once I've done. But you can see the effect. Don't worry about your edges here. We're going to put the gold, and the gold will blend into the red. And we're going to torch this up again in a minute to get some more cells. And then the gold simply in the middle. Again. Just leave it a few seconds to settle. As you can see, some really large movement cells here. It's going to keep selling all the time. The white's going to come through. Some nice effects. And there we have the gold. And again, I'm just going to torch this again to try and stretch some cells. Good. Now, you can see that selling up quite nicely. And again, we're just going to try and merge that into the reds, just to try and blend it. And so we're going to put some more gold and some more red down the edges, but just try and blend it as best you can. Just walk it to that corner. And there we are. Now we'll come the other way and run this down. And these two golds with the red. Stunning. I hope you can see that. So again, just take your time. It's quite a thick mix, this one, so don't try and rush it. Again. And then come down. Coming down nicely. You can see that, guys, just a tiny bit more to come down. So it will take time, but just give it time to come down. You can always encourage it a bit more white at the bottoms if you want, if you don't feel you've got enough paint. Just coming down all the time. And then come over with it. So to show you what I mean, you can just add a bit, say if you've not got any movement there, put a bit of the mix, just pour that mix in there, and that will help run the rest down. If the paint gets stuck, obviously, it will just run down and help you get the rest of that off. Okay, just a rough separation. And again, just a bit of white. If you want a bit of red just there, you can always just pour a little bit of deck, the leftovers, and it will run off. As you can see, the reds and the golds, stunning effect. And now we're just going to try and put some veins in there. So I'm going to go with thinner gold. And again, just under separation, just going to run this off first. You want a nice thin line. And again there. And that is just going to bleed and make a heavier effect. Same with the red. The red, just run it off until you've got a happy pour. Nice thin pour. And then we'll just lay that beside the gold, and this will all bleed in together. Okay, nice steady hands, and run it off. Again, once it's all finished, it'll be stunning. So again, just a bit heavier gold. Just run it off again. And that's all going to bleed through. The red's going to come into the gold's going to go into the red. And again, the same the other side. Run that off first. It's as simple as that. Another red alongside it. Thicker red. Again with oil. And this will just bleed through. And this will all blend and merge in. So we're going to torch this in a minute. So just a bit more on this side. We're going to have a thicker red, thicker gold. Customers ask for lots and lots of golds. So we're going to go with a thicker gold. And again, that's all going to move. Got some reds coming through there. We can just try and move that slightly to try and that will make it more blendy. That will blend. then back the other way. So with this I'm just going to add a real thin vein of the rich gold. I'm just going to try and pick up the edge there, but a real fine line. And that's the rich iridescent. Again, that will merge into that. That's fine. I'll try and cover that bit of red there. But the red, as in the other one, the red is going to vein through, the gold's going to vein through, and that'll be fine. Again, that effect, once it's finished, will be like the other painting I show you. The torch now with the golds. As you can see, the big cells are stretched. Again, just need to get some edges. Kept this cut back of a mix to just make it easier to get these red edges. So red and golds, give it a try. Red and golds are lovely. Very Christmassy. Which is why this customer wanted it. Christmas reds and golds. Make sure the edges are done around this side. Pretty much done there. Just a little edge on the corner here. That's good. Some gold mixed up as well. Just a tiny bit there. That's fine. A bit of red on this corner. And I think we're nearly done. Tiny bit of red there. And the excess paint off. Tiny bit there. So I hope you like this one, guys. So this one I'll show you once it's all dried. But it's just going to keep moving and moving, and going to create some stunning effects through the middle with the golds, and so the red is going to bleed through as well. So there you have it, another tutorial. Again, it was the red Candyman Reds with the white on a 50-50 mix, probably about 60-40 red to white. Just going to come nice with the red and white. We've got the two golds and a thicker wave through the celled middle, and again this is all going to blend in once we're finished and it's dried up. Very similar to this one, obviously the golds and the reds all merging into each other with a thicker gold in the middle with cells. So this is how the effect should happen on this one, which really the gold and the red, so fingering through each other. Beautiful finish. And again, that one should, here and here, will do the same. As it dries, it will just go into each other. It's got oil in it, and then we've got some nice thick cells coming through the middle. So I hope you like it, guys. I'll just see if I can give you a quicker close-up. There you go. So until next time, thank you and goodbye.